Son, yes! What are you doing?
I'm mourning my pitiful existence in the mirror to the sound of a sad violin because I didn't get a girlfriend for Valentine's Day.
It's been over 5 weeks since Valentine's Day, but I know how to get over that.
How?
For starters, the Battle of Five Armies finally came out. It's an unfinished review series without that movie, and I know how a good review would perk you up.
Well, the Bolt review didn't cheer me up, but however, I guess it's worth a try. And also, because it's the last part of the trilogy, I guess it technically ends the review there. So, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, my fellow viewers and subscribers, and welcome back to the final review of the Hobbit trilogy. I am so hyped for this. I mean, you don't know how hyped I am. Well, anyway, so to begin with this, I am actually going to say that first of all, I've been waiting for this movie for a long time. I've been waiting to finish this whole review off. And also, I've been waiting to finish this whole ordeal off. Every time I say the Lord of the Rings trilogy, you take a drink of soda, you mark it down. Starting now. Alright. Let's get on to this review, shall we? Because I am excited to end this, seriously! I mean, then of course next review is going to be something completely and totally different, which you guys might like. So, let's go!
A quick announcement before I begin. I now have a Facebook page, and now I am also taking suggestions via Facebook or email. So please, email whatever you want me to review and I will do it. Or consider about doing it. Maybe a quick and easy occasionally. Or doing a walkthrough. So, that's it. Let's get on to this whole review. So for starters, I'm actually happy that I am here to finish off this review. So, when I get into it, it's actually longer than it should have been. But then, of course, they were adding more and more into the movie than they did inside the book. So, honestly, I wasn't expecting it to be a 3-parter like the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
And this quick swig of soda I'm going to take. Where did I put my marker? Oh, there it is.
So, now of course, you know this is going to be the end of the entire trilogy. So, I am going to actually start out with how it started. Which was basically the end of the second movie, when Smaug was flying down to the village to destroy it. Well, actually it wasn't quite much of a village, it was over a lake. However, the arrow does kill Smaug, even though they criticized it in the movie and said it couldn't kill him. But, however, there was a loose patch underneath him, so... And also, the dwarves did reclaim the mountain, even though, honestly, it wasn't their doing. I mean, honestly. And also, that's pretty much, like, the beginning of the movie. And also, very, very close to the beginning of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
And very, very close to the drink of soda I'm going to take right now.
one thing that I most definitely and most wholeheartedly agree with is the character change in Bilbo Baggins himself. I mean, seriously, when you first see him, he's like, stay away from me, I don't know you, you are nothing, I mean, seriously, I am going to be as rude as possible. And then he changes to be more of a nicer guy. I mean, this is what the adventure did to him, and not like all the hobbits and hobbitans said. Like, adventures are dangerous, stay away from them. They also said that in the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
And they also said that taking drinks of soda every time you say the Lord of the Rings trilogy is also bad too. What, guys? I said it twice!
Well, to be bluntly honest with you, there weren't only changes in Bilbo Baggins, but also in the Dwarf King himself. He became greedy and almost practically pure evil, because he was starting to think that his friends were the ones that were betraying him and took the Arkenstone, when all in reality it was Bilbo Baggins who took it. And of course you've also seen it happen in the second movie. Well, actually it does flashback to the second movie where he took it, which is also a bit odd and queer too. But, however, yes, the Arkenstone will not appear in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, by the way.
Neither will me! Taking a drink of soda and marking it down. Okay?
I was lucky that this was off the recording, but however, I did do a belch and it tasted like marker. Blech. Anyway, well, of course, as you know, the Elf King does come to retrieve something of his, which was basically the diamonds underneath the mountain. Now, of course, that's also true inside the book as well. But, however, the main reason he came was that he found out by one of the servants in the lake town that, he captured the king of all the dwarves. And his helpful men. But, however, it does seem to be, interesting when it gets to him and what's his name? I think it was Strider again. No, Strider maybe. No. I forgot what his name was again. But however, he was a crucial part of the movie. That he actually honored him. But then, of course, he was a nice guy. He thought of others instead of himself. Like the master's servant, who was supposed to be loyal, didn't. I mean, honestly, you can also see these forms agreed in the Lord of the Rings trilogy as well.
But nothing like me taking a drink of soda. It seems to be dumb.
Well, anyway, on Gandalf's side of the story, it's more of like the battle between the good and the evil. I mean, honestly, and also, this guy was also in that other set of movies that wanted the ring in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Ah, nuts!
And I hate myself now. I gotta stop saying Lord of the Rings trilogy. Cause seriously, I think the video is taking way too long because I keep saying the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Would you stop it, John? Alright, I'll stop it. I swear by the right hand of the Lord Almighty himself. I'll stop it. Good.
So, of course, after all that, Gandalf meets up with that Elf King and, that other guy who shot Smaug and, well, is not really the master, but he seems to be more of the leader of all this. And, that kind of reflects something on politics, too, because we don't really need a president or a king. We just need a leader. Someone who doesn't think of himself, puts others ahead of himself, first of all, and also will sacrifice himself for anybody else, and also choose to help anybody who even diverges from the path that he actually is supposed to choose for the people. So, anyway, back on subject here. Well, of course, Gandalf does warn the elf. The elf calls him a fool, and then the other guy kind of heeds his warning. However, Bilbo also shows up almost at the same time, carrying the Arkenstone. Well, this is where things kind of get spiced up, because, you wouldn't expect the Elf King to actually see that Bilbo was actually something. Well, he doesn't do that in the movie. He does it inside the book, however, and that's one big discrepancy that I could tell almost right off the bat. But, however, there will be the big epic battle that will dictate the way the Lord of the Rings trilogy will go. Ah!
Why on earth did I make this? Eventually I'm gonna get sick here.
Well, anyway, it's time for some epic battle sequences! I mean, the elves show up, the army of men show up, which isn't that big of an army, surprisingly, but, however, it seemed bigger inside the book, but I think they might have been minuscule to the amount of elves there, too, and the amount of dwarves as well. However, there is, two other armies brought into this. The orcs, which I forgot to mention since the beginning of the review, darn myself, and also, the eagles, which I also forgot to mention at the beginning of the review. Darn myself. Anyway, so, of course, the orcs, the elves, the dwarves, the men, and the eagles all have a battle at the same time. However, there are some differences from the book that are so major. I remember Bilbo running and hiding, and then, of course, Doran leading everybody to victory, but he dies. Bilbo was out for the entire battle. All he remembers is seeing the eagles carrying Boreon? I don't know his name again. It's Boran something. I think it might be Boreon, but I'm not quite sure. But anyway, yes, Boreon comes and helps the Battle of Five Armies, which is the epic battle before the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Ah, nuts, not again.
Doctor's concerned for my health. I can see why now.
So, there's really no major spoiler to this ending, but of course, Bilbo does become a lot friendlier. He even invites the dwarves over if they happen to be inside the Shire at any time. And also, not to knock, because I don't think he likes the knocking since the beginning of the movie, as you can tell. But, however, he does become a lot friendlier. And then, of course, at the end of the movie, Gandalf knows about the ring, even though Bilbo normally tells him at the end of the movie, which was at the end of the book. It's strange, I know, but, however, it will end out with the Lord of the Rings trilogy beginning, which is also the beginning of the movie, which begun the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And also,
Alright, I think this might be the last time, two times I do this. Don't criticize me, I said it twice. So, well, in the long run, it's actually a pretty good movie series. I mean, despite the fact that it has discrepancies from the book. But however, I did read a part of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Dang it! Alright, that's 15 times. Keep track, folks! Well, anyway, yeah, I did read that book series, at least some of it. At least the first part. And the Lord of the Rings trilogy didn't follow off the books either. But it's still a great movie too, don't get me wrong. I mean, you should watch it, especially the extended version. Because, and also, I don't think I would bother with the extended version on this one though, because, well, right now, because with this last movie, it actually made the whole series feel way too long. Longer than it should be. But then again, maybe the extended version goes into more deeper detail than what I just explained. And I mean, if it does, then you might see an update on these set of reviews soon. But it's gonna be more like an update video. It's not gonna be labeled like an Insta-date or a true update, but it's gonna be like an update. However, it's time to give out the rankings, so I am slouching down in my chair so you can see my scoreboard. So, well, this movie gets the excellent 3. Oh, reason why an excellent 3 was because it just, just didn't live up to the book, but it was still a fantastic movie. And at 60 frames per second in 3D, it was just beautiful. I mean, also I could see why my sister and dad was scared of the spiders. But however, it actually was a fantastic movie series. So, And also, this perked me up from the Valentine's Day thing though. But I'm still looking for a girlfriend. Anyway. Well, I'm done. No more Lord of the Rings trilogy, man! Oh. Last time I'm gonna do this, I swear. And to hold that oath, I drank all my soda. Yeah. Ew, and my hands are all sticky. Ick, ick. Anyway. Great. How am I gonna end this video? Mr. Happy! Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, please click the like button and comment and subscribe. And also, don't forget to check out my other previous 2 videos that I did if you still don't get what I exactly do on this channel. And also, don't forget to check out some of the awesome YouTubers that are annotated in my video. Also, don't forget to plus me on Google, which the annotation's still on this video, and check out my channel, which annotation's on the video too. If not, then you could just go down there and click on the button that says Johnny Window. And also, see you in the next video. Later!